Hello. Okay, good morning. Yun. Continuation for the 50 little etiquette rules you should always practice. So, yesterday, I think 10 or 20 lang yung sinabi ko sa inyo etiquettes. So, here is the continuation. Okay, try to check first. Just give us a moment. So, how are you guys? I hope you're always doing fine. Lang tayo kasi. Okay. So, let me try to check first. Okay. So, the next one is don't send one word emails. So, replying to a group email with got it or thanks is both irritating and inefficient. So it's also a way to make sure your emails get ignored in the future. Okay? On the flip side, don't reply all to a group email if you comment if your comment is only for one person. The rest of the group doesn't want to get pulled into your side conversation. Okay, the next one is shield your lemon when squeezing. So this is one tip that been around since Victorian era, and nobody liked a shot of lemon to the eye. Then no one likes it now. Spare your dining companions by using your hand to shield your lemon as you squeeze it into your drink. So it's these little things that shows you are thinking of their comfort. Okay? Next is don't take pictures of a wedding ceremony with your phone. Why? So leave the photography to the hired wedding photographers. Trying to stop your own pictures or videos, particularly of critical moments like the first kiss or the cake cutting, can ruin the shot or the pause, ruin the view for other guests, and may mean the couple won't get the picture they want. However, it's usually fine to snap candid shots during the reception, as long as you're careful not to get in the way of the professional photographer. Sobrang dami niyan na. Really? Okay, so next, it's take out your AirPods when talking with others. You may have noticed the trend of people constantly keeping AirPods and other wireless earbuds in their ears. Okay, so they are tiny and easy to use. So it makes sense that people want to keep them secure at all times. But that doesn't mean leaving them in your ears 24/7. It makes it harder for you to hear what others are saying. But even more important, it makes the other person wonder if you're listening, as they can tell if they're on or off. The polite thing to do is to remove both earbuds when having a conversation, or at least take out one if it's a short conversation. Okay, so next, don't assume gender, sexuality, or relationship status. Due to difference in gender and sexuality, many relationships are different from what you may think at first glance. For instance, many people would assume their male coworker's spouse was a woman, or a female friend's partner was a man. But now, Not only should you not assume marital status, many people don't like wearing rings, or they wear rings on their wedding finger that have other meanings. But you should not assume gender either. Listen to how people introduce themselves and loved ones, and then follow their lead. So if you're unsure, it's fine to politely ask. What else? Write complete sentences for email but not texts. Texting has made communication very casual, and it's fine to ignore strict grammar rules. Texts are supposedly supposed to be short and can use GIFs or pictures. Punctuation is often omitted and emojis fill in a lot of communication blanks. Emails, on the other hand, are still a bit more formal and generally contain more text. This means you should write in complete sentences with good grammar, spelling, and punctuation. So it's also a good idea to skip emojis since they don't always come through properly in email. Okay, next is pass food to the right. In general, pass food and condiments counterclockwise or to the person on your right. This keeps everything moving smoothly and ensures everyone get a fruit dish. You should avoid reaching across the table or across other diners to get what you want. Instead, ask politely for it to be passed to you. When you're dining out, you should also forego this polite habits restaurant staffs dislike. Next, hold open elevator doors. So, modern elevator etiquette states that it's polite to hold open the door for someone who is close, say within 10 feet. It takes only a few seconds of your time that can save them several minutes of waiting. The exception is if the elevator is already full. Packing in extra people is rude and makes for an uncomfortable ride for everyone. Okay? Next is introduce the person of higher status first. Making proper introduction is important, especially in business settings, but it can be tricky. The proper way to do it is to introduce the person who is older or of higher status first. For example, Mrs. CEO, I'd like you to meet the male guy, Ron. In social situations, you should also add a little tidbit of relevant information. Jill, I'd like you to meet Bob. We met in college in um, Nueva Ecija, where we were studying business. Bob, this Jill is a business manager of SM department store. You can also try one of his interesting conversation starters. Okay, next, silence or set your phone to vibrate in public. There was a time in 2010s when everyone had a fun, hand-picked ringtone. It only took a few years of "Hey, Macarena" going off in movie theaters before people recognized how irritating that can be. The etiquette trend now is to keep your phone on silent. or vibrate any time if you are in public. Next, call an cash for drunk guests, or call Grab for drunk guests. Okay, so a good guest won't get sloppy drunk at someone else's party, and a good host won't let their guests drive drunk. You can arrange for them to stay at your house, for someone to pick them up, or call them a taxi. Okay, so this is the right attitude. What else? Wipe down equipment at the gym. Pay attention, gym goers. Anything that you sweat on needs to be wiped down with sanitizing spray or wipes, whether that's a weight bench, bike seat, treadmill, locker room chair, or whatever else. Always wipe down equipment after using it. So even if you don't see visible sweat, noting that this is a basic gym etiquette, this goes double if you split or bleed on equipment. If it's small mess, you can clean it up yourself with the disinfecting spray or wipe available. But anything beyond a drop or two, or you need to alert gym staff so it can be properly or thoroughly sanitized. Don't comment on other people's health choice. You may have strong feeling about mask wearing, vaccines, or public health mandates, but good etiquette says that you keep those opinions to yourself. It's not your job to be a mask police, one way or the other. Adding that you don't know people's personal situation. The one exception is if someone is doing something to actively endanger those around them. For instance, people spitting on food at the store, tapping purposefully into other people's faces, or punching or hitting as seen in recent viral videos. But even then, be wary of confronting them. It's best to ask a manager, boss, or in extreme cases, police officers to step in. Next is don't drink to your own toast. Common etiquette mistake is drinking when other people are toasting. As the person being honored by the toast, simply enjoy the moment. Other people will lift their glass and toast you, and you can acknowledge it with a smile, a slight bow of your head, or an exception or an expression of gratitude. Okay, don't bring a surprise plus one to a wedding. Weddings are expensive and are often budgeted for an exact number of people. Only bring an extra person if your invitation explicitly offers you a plus one. And if you RSVP'd that you'd be bringing another person, in addition, note that only guests whose names are on the envelope are invited. So if the invite is not specifically addressed to you and a guest, plan on attending solo. Under no circumstances should you write in an extra line on the RSVP. Wondering what the M is on RSVP cards? We have the answer to that. Ask about food preferences. hosting a party, inviting a new friend out for lunch, arranging a play date for your child's friend. Take a minute and ask whether they have any food allergies, food intolerances, religious standards, or special diets you should be aware of. You don't have to cater to every individual's whim, but it's polite to ask in advance so that at the least they can make their own food arrangements. So if you're having a buffet, be sure to label foods with the most common allergens like nuts or gluten. Next is answer thank you with you're welcome. It's common to reply no worries or no problem when someone thank you. And while these responses aren't rude, it's more polite to answer with you're welcome or my pleasure. Saying no problem implies the other person was inconveniencing you or that you saw their request as a problem. So don't request cash for gifts or post your Venmo. It's becoming more common for people to ask for cash or gift cards for wedding, birthday, or baby shower gifts. Some people are even adding their Gcash, requesting that guests wire them money directly. This is an etiquette no. It's not so much that they're asking for money, but that they're telling other people what gift to give. Part of the fun of giving a gift is selecting something special to that person. So, one polite way around this is to add gift cards to your gift registry, along with the other items, allowing guests the option of giving your money if they choose. Next is walk with the flow. In most places, it's considered polite to keep to the right on sidewalks, stairs, and trails, allowing people to pass you on the left. Um, it adds that you should keep moving with the flow and be careful not to block the sidewalk with a large group. If you need to stop, step to the side and don't block building entrances. Send separate thank you messages. Yes, it may be faster to send one big thank you text, but each person deserves their own acknowledgement and gratitude. Wording can be similar, but each message should be sent separately, even for group gifts, unless there are no individual names on the card. Next, don't add your boss on social media. Some companies post that they are one big family, but while that's a lovely sentiment, you should not treat management and coworkers like close friends. This is especially true if you're considering adding your boss on Facebook or other social media platforms. Keep your personal life personal. If you have a public profile, you may want to consider making it private, depending on the field you work in. There are many examples for people working in teaching, nursing, and government jobs getting fired for what they post on social media. Bring a gift For the host, if someone was kind enough to invite you to their party, it's polite to bring a gift to the host, like flowers or a bottle of wine. It's also nice to offer a dish or drink to share, even if they don't take you up on it. Keep your dog on a leash. Many dog owners think it's okay for their pooch to run off leash, but animals, even well trained ones, can be unpredictable. Good etiquette says that if you are in an area that requires leashes, then you keep your dog on a leash. If you want to let your dog run free, take Fido to an off leash dog park. When you should also keep a few dog park etiquette tips in mind. Next one, don't text or talk during a movie. It only takes the glow of one cell phone to light up an entire theater in the most annoying way possible. Be respectful of those around you and practice good movie theater etiquette by not checking your phone or texting during a movie. And you definitely shouldn't make or take calls during the movie. Silence your phone or turn it off to the movie and just enjoy the experience you paid for. Absolutely need to check your phone, step out to the theater into the hallway first. Change your baby's diaper in the bathroom. This might seem like a strange rule to articulate, but you should not put a poopy butt on places where people eat or sit. It's a bad etiquette to change your baby's diaper on a restaurant bench or table, on a park table, on a plane seat, or a cafe table. Yet these are all things that have happened. Locate a diaper station in the restroom or change the baby in your car. At someone's house, ask where a good place to do your dirty work and then hold up the dirty diaper and take it to an outside garbage can. Ask before bringing your pet. It's becoming more and more common to see dogs under table in restaurants, cats in backpacks in stores, and other animals traveling with their humans. However, you don't know how other people feel about your pet or if they're allergic, and it's bad form to put them in that position. The polite thing to do, you avoid bringing pets into public places unless they are specifically invited, and ask before bringing your pet to someone's home. Okay? What else? Never ask, where are you really from? It's okay to ask someone once where they are from, but then accept whatever answer they give. Do not follow it up with, no, where are you really from? If someone appears to be or a different ethnicity than you or has an accent, it's natural to be curious about their history, but it's impolite to ask outside, as you're basing your question only on their skin color, features, dress, or voice. Instead, ask people polite, not invasive questions about themselves. And if you chat long enough, your questions will likely be answered naturally in conversation. Be on time. Sometimes being late is just a bad circumstance. But if you're late often, then that's a choice you're making. When you are constantly late, it says that your time is more important than everyone else. Polite manners say you should do your best to be on time as much as possible and to let people know if something has come up and you will be late. But if this is an ongoing problem, you should make a real effort to learn to stop being chronically late. Okay? On the flip side, these are the things even polite people don't apologize for. Okay, so thank you so much. We end here, and I'm very happy that you watch Two Leg and Ilogmaya vlog. I hope you like this video and subscribe and uh, wait for our other contents in the future. Okay, thank you and have a good day.